Hello friends, how are you all? I hope so all are good and all things are also going good and well. So yes, yesterday we will finish our chapter, the living organism, and so today we will start with the motion and measurements of distance. That means motion, not loose motion. It is motion that we move. We move from one place to another. That is known as motion. That means when we move from here to here, it is the motion. And measurement of distance, how much we move, how we move and how much we move, that is known as motion and measurement of distance. Okay, so yes, let's start with the story of transport. What is the story of transport? How transport invention in India, how we start the using of transport in our daily life. Now there are buses, speed trains, you can say, or fast trains, aeroplanes, ships, cruise, etc. So many different types of means of transports are there. So how they come? Did they starting from the ancient time? No, there is no mode of transport in ancient time. So we will start with the story of transport. A beautiful story of transport is here. I am writing this so short and very short that you used and you learn this story very fast and know the history of transport also. Okay, start. Moved on foot and carry goods on back. Yes, in ancient time there is no more means of transport. There is no mode of transport. So each and every person should move by their foot and carry their goods on their back. Carry their goods on their back. Okay. Use animals for transportation. Yes, after some time they use their mind and use the animals for their transportation. That means they put their goods on the back of the animals and move on the foot with the animals. Okay. Water boats and routes. Yes, after some time they use their mind and make not proper boats. They have the boats with simple log of wood. That means they take 4 logs of wood and join them with you can say rope. Join them with the rope and they see that wood will not float, sink in the water. Wood will float on the water. So they use this thing as a boat and they put their all heavy goods on that and cross the distance from one point to another point of the river in the water. So water boats and routes, boats with simple log of land. Understand? They give shape of boat. After some time they use their mind and give the wood, cut the wood in the shape of the boat. That means they make a proper boat of wooden and then they use that means of transport to carry their goods also, to move from one place to another place also by the means of transport by water boat. Only water boat. Invention of wheel. Then there is a great invention in our India, that is invention of wheel. Great change is there because before this invention people only use water for change their places from one place to another place, because due to help of boat they do not have any means of transport on the roadside. So by the invention of wheel they face a great change. So animal used to pull cart, they make wheel and then they use the wood, make a cart of the wooden, like they use make the boat, they make the pull cart and use the wheels on the cart. They make 4 wheels for a cart and tie the animal with the cart. So animal will pull the cart and they will put their goods also in the cart and also themselves also seated in the cart. Okay, so then they use the cart to change one place to another. Before 19th century, depend on animal, boat and ship. Yes, before starting the 19th century, animals, boats and ships are the only means of transport. They have only there are only 3 to 4 types of this transport they use for traveling from one place to another, or for traveling their goods from one place to another. So there is no other means of transport before 19th century. Then there is an great invention, you can say, steam engine. Then there is a steam engine. Development will come after coming the steam engine. Railroads will come, motor cars, trucks, buses. There are lot of when steam engine is come, then we have the railroads. There is a steam rail, the steam rail there is also. Today electric rails are there, but before the time steam rails are there. Railways are the steam only depend on railways, totally depend on the railways. You will see in old movies also. in like Tiranga, and there are so many movies which see you steam engine in the railway. Then there are electric trains. Today we will have a lot of means of transport only due to invention of engine. Firstly, we have a steam engine. Now today we have different type of engine. You can say hybrid engine also we have. So today we will have electric trains, supersonic aeroplanes, supercraft, different modes of transport we have today. But before our century, there is no means of transport, so they will use these things for their transportation of goods and themselves also. So yes, I think so there is no problem in this topic, but take a review of this topic. Firstly, women will move on their foot and carry their goods on their back. Then there will be a boat invention with the log of good. Then they give the shape of the woods in the shape of boat. Then they use the animals and cart. Wheel invention is there. Then steam engine invention is there. Then today we have all different kinds of means of transport here. Clear? So shall we come to the next topic? Take a look. Yes, look, next topic is how wide is the desk. Yes, in your school you have desk benches, so on which you will put your bag, books, and on one thing is there on which you will sit. Okay, so how far they travel, how far, that means why we need to discuss about the width or length of the objects. Why we need to discuss about the length and width of object? Because we will know how far our school is, how far is our home from the park, how far is our market. So how we will travel to our market? So we will need to, what is the distance between the two places or 2 points? That we will, the walking distance, or we will use your car, or we will use a bus or train, whatever vehicle we want to use. So we will only know that how far is this. So what transport we will use? Why we will use our foot, or we will use any other mode of transport. Okay, this is the main point to measure the distance, to measure the width. So width, this is your desk in your school. You have to measure the desk width. This is one gilli, one danda. This is one danda, and this is one gilli, and this is one gilli. So I am saying you that please measure your desk width. So you don't have any measure tape. There is no measure tape till now. So what you have? In ancient time, people will play gilli danda. You also listen about gilli danda. You played in your, you can say in childhood also. Now also you are in childhood, but in early childhood, you will play gilli danda. So two friends were doing one activity. They were do that I am having one pair of gilli danda, you are having one pair of gilli danda. So we'll measure this desk with these things. So both them put their dandas on the both side and 2 gillis between. So it is totally measured that the desk have the length of 2 danda and 2 gilli. After some time he will left over with only 1 gilli and 1 danda. So what will they do now? How will they set that how much length is left? So this is the point, that how we will use the measuring distance, measuring length and width of the objects. How long is room? How far it is from Delhi to Lucknow? All things, all questions have one major concern, one common concern is one concern about distance, that distance between the 2 places and 2 points. This is between the 2 points, and Delhi and Lucknow between the 2 places. So main point is there, we want to know the distance between the 2 things, 2 points. Why we used these things to measure the desk, length of desk, measure the place where from your school to up to your home. This is nothing. We only want to know the distance. How much distance is there? Okay. So this is the main concept of this topic, that we want to know about the distance. What is the distance? How much distance is provided between these things? Okay. So yes, and what? How we use the? How we will? You can say calculate the distance in what units? There is a word unit. Now we will discuss the term unit. So our next topic is unit. How we will measure the distance? How we'll use the calculation of distance, that there is how much my like 45 kilometer my house is far from the school. So how you know that it is 45 kilometer? So this is unit. This is unit. Kilometer is known as unit, and we will discuss this thing in our next topic in detail. Okay. So shall we start? Okay. So yes, our next topic is some measurements. That means we will know about the units, measurements, how we will measure the things. Measurement means the comparison of unknown quantity with some known quantity. That means we have to measure something. So with one thing you have to measure, like I am saying this is my pen. So you have to compare your pen with this. And now this is our second pen. So I am saying that this is smaller one and this is bigger one. How can I say this thing that this is bigger and this is smaller? Because I am doing comparison between these two pens. That I know the length of this pen. So that's why I have comparison this thing with unknown quantity with the known quantity. So this is the meaning of the measurement, that you have to comparison of one known quantity with the unknown quantity, and you will definitely know the length or measurement of the unknown quantity. Okay. Measurement means the comparison of unknown quantity with some known quantity. Fixed quantity is known as unit. That means what is the fixed quantity? The fixed quantity is known as the unit. Result, if you measure anything, the result is in two parts. There are two parts in the result. That is, one is number and one is unit. One is number and one is unit. Example, I have a room of 12 foot number, length of 12 foot. I have a room of length of foot. 12 length of foot. What is length of foot? This is the unit and this is the number. So each and every result consists of two parts. One is number and one is unit. Okay. So unit system is finished here. Yes, tomorrow we will discuss the standard units of the object. So today it is enough. So revise this till here. Okay. Thank you.